Conduct competency assessment. Establish the context and purpose of assessment. The assessor must familiarize self with the qualification and unit of competencies to be assessed. Ensures that the assessment site complies with the relevant occupational health and safety requirements. Ensures that assessment resources are available. A checklist of tools, equipment, and facilities must be on hand to help the assessors to monitor the availability and completeness of the tools, equipments, and facilities. The checklist of tools, equipments, and facilities is included in the assessor's guide. Conduct competency assessment, plan and prepare the evidence gathering process. The assessor shall receive assessment package composed of the following: 1 copy of assessor's guide, specific instruction to the candidate, competency assessment result summary, written report, written test, answer sheet, and rating sheets according to the methods of assessment to be used to responding to the numbers of candidates. Prepare the candidate. The assessor shall introduce herself.
I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Luzelle Sari, our processing officer.
Go.
Our processing officer, Ms. Michelle Sari.
Go.
Our risk officer, and Ms. Adeline Valbuena. Our customer representative from the provincial office. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. You don't have to worry about their presence. They're given the first aid on assessment and to check if the assessment is in accordance with the prescribed treatment assessment with all of these entries, procedures. They will not assess you. Before we proceed, may I inform you that we are being recorded and live streamed through the CCTV camera and the TASDA by provincial office and TASDA regional office. I have here your consent form which we don't have any questions or clarifications. Then I'm going to distribute the specific instruction. Please read them carefully and do not hesitate to ask a question right now. I may be translated to English to your local dialect. If you need assistance, then I am more than willing to assist you. Today, I am going to administer competency assessment for food and beverage service in situ. The qualification for FNB is composed of basic, common, and core competency for our core competency. Core 1, prepare the dining room restaurant area for service. Core number 2, welcome guests and take food and beverage order. Core number 3, promote food and beverage products. Now, core number 4, provide food and beverage service to the guest. Provide from room service. Core 6, receive and handle guest concern. The different tasks to be performed for our food and beverage service in situ assessment are the following: preparing the dining room for service 2 hours, welcoming guests and taking food and beverage orders 2.5 hours, promoting food and beverage product 2 hours, providing food and beverage service to guests is 2 hours, providing room service and receive and handle guest concerns 3 hours. We will collect evidence and demonstration, oral questioning, and written test. To determine your knowledge and skills to the food and beverage service in situ, the assessment method we will use will be a written test, demonstration, and oral questioning. This assessment method can help to measure your underpinning knowledge and skills. Competent or not competent, we also have things that need to be considered if they are any religious practices being observed by your religion. Just tell me so what I can allow you to observe whatever you are required to do by your respective religion. For example, if you need to pray at a specific time, this is tell me and I will allow it. For medication, for those candidates who need to take medicine or medication or maintenance within the duration of our assessment, just inform me and I will allow you to take your medicine. For your personal needs, the laboratory located at the end of the hallway, and you can also take your meal at your canteen. It is located in our lobby. However, during our assessment, you are not allowed the premises of the assessment center. Do you have any difficulty understanding the given instruction? Please don't hesitate to inform me because we are willing to translate for you. Also during the written examination, if you have a dilemma, writing down your answer, don't be shy because we cannot send your answer verbally. For do's and don'ts, for our do's, follow the security policy and procedure of the assessment center. Follow the rules on the use of facilities. Observe the OHS. For don'ts, we have using cell phones during assessment and taking pictures is not allowed. Leaving the premises of the AC without the consent of a assessor or any staff. Loitering inside the premises of the AC. If you have questions or there need you to clarify matter concerning the assessment, you may raise your hand because I am more than willing to assist you. But once assessment is started, please refrain from asking questions because it's no longer allowed in the Sintaken during the assessment. If you have the physical or any form difficulties, do not hesitate to call my attention so we can address immediately. In case you have any questions regarding the assessment result, you have a right to appeal. You can submit your appeal to the TESDA Provincial Office for the Assessment Center and Assessor or accredited. Instruction for e-certificate implementation. TESDA is currently implementing the e-certificate system, which were last August 6, 2023 up to the present. For the insurance, national certificate or AC manager shall inform you where you can claim your national certificate with the 5 working days after the assessment. If NC or COC will be claimed by a representative, only 2 kinds of representative may claim the NC or COC. If the successful candidate cannot claim it, test the PR accredited liaison officer. Immediate family member up to 2nd degree requirements, original copy of CIRS, special power of attorney, SPA, letter of authorization. You may ask for a copy of the prescribed authorization letter in the provincial office, download in the TESDA website, photocopy of ID of the certified workers, photocopy of ID in claimant accreditation ID of claimant liaison, renewal of NC, 5 years validity requirements, photocopy of NC with the original presented, certificate of employment related to the NC2, and the reassessment procedure. After the assessment, if you're found not to be competent, don't worry about it. It is because you can assess anytime at your own convenience. In the case of reassessment, it's full qualification. You have to undergo full assessment process. If you are found that you're competent in some unit of competencies, the reassessment should focus in the unit that competencies of you found not incompetent. It also failed 2 consecutive assessment. You will be advised to undergo a refresher course before applying the reassessment. During the actual assessment, please observe safety as a performed different tasks. Make sure to check electrical equipment before plugging it. Avoid pulling the cord of the unplug in the equipment. Observe the proper body mechanics. when lifting heavy equipment, avoid back injuries in the case of accident. Please call my attention immediately so that we can provide first aid. And that we need a first aid cabinet located at the right side of the laundry workshop. With regards of the result of the assessment, we observe strict confidentiality. This is ensure that integrity, the result only made available of the authorized and the authorized personnel in the institution. You had your actual training in the relation of this assessment package in the secure place to guarantee the integrity of the assessment package. May I ask the candidates to refrain from the giving away in any form of information that took place during the assessment process.